but I mean,
actually, yes. So
wait,
that is,
how?
yeah. So limit orders, perpetual futures, order books in general. So that is actually the next thing that we're building. I'll give you guys a,
I guess I thought order books wouldn't be a thing because LeoDex is an interface that's basically just setting up like really like routes, like transactional routes. So it's like, how would it show order books? Because it's really like pulling from all the places.
right. So this is where things get kind of interesting. So right now, LeoDex does swaps, and it uses 6 different protocols to basically route your swap. Order books and the way we're building it is essentially the same thing. So it's just giving you the order books, and it's showing you which protocol it's routing those order books from. So for example, if you go to HyperLiquid, there's DEX order books, and there's perpetual futures and whatnot. LeoDex is just building an interface that taps into HyperLiquid's order books. And then if you want to do a trade, you just fill in all the details and you hit trade, and it goes through HyperLiquid. Or, for example, we'll also have Rujira perps on there. That's actually going to be the first one we do. So for example, you want to trade Bitcoin perpetuals, you'll actually just go to this new trade. So right now we have the swap page, right? There's going to be another page called trade, and it's going to be designed very similar to like Binance, for example, in the order books. And you'll go there and you'll select perps, and then you'll be able to see the order books for perps, and it's tapped into Rujira on the back end. So yeah, that's all. I want to say probably by end of next week, maybe the week after, probably I would say within the next 2 weeks when that's going to happen. And that's a whole other fee structure, by the way. So that's a whole other way that we earn fees. So like we earn fees on every swap with perps and order books and whatnot. That's a whole other fee that we earn when people trade those.
Nice.
Yeah. So you will go to here. I'll just pull this up for you guys. Just keep in mind this is a design, so it may or may not look exactly like this. It's gonna be pretty similar to this though. So keep that in mind. I will put this in the Threadcast. I'm still working on a few of these aspects, but the devs have already gotten started. So I'll just show you what we got for right now. Yeah, this is the first time I've shared it, but let's see here. I'm excited. I don't know if you can tell, but I think it's gonna be. It's huge.
I mean, that's a whole.
It completely changes the game.
That's a whole like segment of features that I don't even think was on the drawing board. So yeah, it's exciting.
I'm very excited about it. And I have an idea about, I don't know if that shocks anybody, but I have an idea on how to integrate swapping into an interface that looks like this. So there's actually going to be a tab. I think you actually can see it in here.
I mean, this literally looks like it doesn't look like a DEX. It looks like literally like your typical sex type exchange layout with wow.
Yep.
That's wild.
That's the goal. I want people to open it and think that they opened Binance. That is my goal.
It's wild.
And you just connect your wallet and you start trading, and it's that easy. You're connected with your own wallet. But you'll see actually in that mockup, there's a swaps tab. So I actually have an idea on how to integrate swapping into that style of interface. But it's essentially going to look like order books, but instead of actual bids and asks, it just shows you the pools. Where it gets really cool is my idea is that so we have 6 protocols, right? And you could foresee a future where we have like 10, 15, 20 protocols for swaps. My idea is that on the bid and ask side, it's actually going to show you each individual protocol. So try to picture this in your head. You're looking at like the BTC ETH trading pair on this trade page, and it shows you bids and asks, but the bids and asks are actually the different protocols and the pricing that you get on those protocols. For example, picture, and I hope I'm explaining this well, but picture, you put in a Bitcoin to ETH swap on LeoDex's swap page, and it gives you the 6 different routes and all the different prices and the times and whatnot. Picture that overlaid to this interface where it shows you 6 different bids and 6 different asks for BTC/ETH, and Near Intense has the best price. So it's going to be at the top of the bid and ask order books. I hope that makes sense. And then you'll below that, you'll see Rango, you'll see Relay, you'll see Thorchain, Maya, Chainflip, and you'll see them on each side, essentially just paired with the correct data. So it's like, if Near Intense is offering you the best price, then it's going to be at the top of the ask book, but it may also say that it's slightly slower. So it'll give you all that information, but it's going to be styled like an order book. And I don't think anybody has done this. I've looked around. I don't see anybody that's done it. So I think we'll be the first. We'll be the first to do that. So the rollout plan is to build this interface and do swapping first. So it's actually going to take our swapping, essentially our swapping backend, and put it to this front end. And then we're going to add perps, and then we're going to add order books and other things directly in line after it. But you can kind of see in that screenshot that all the different tabs will let people choose, do I want to swap, but I want to do it with an order book style, or do I want to, do a perps trade, or do I want to do, an order books trade? You can do whatever you want. And then there's also be like a protocol drop down where you can actually just select whichever protocol you want to.
Man, LeoDex is really evolving.
I think LeoDex, I'm very confident that there's a future where LeoDex is doing billions of dollars a year in trading volume, several billions. And, if that sounds crazy to you, we did 5 million in the last week. And if you multiply that by 52 weeks, that would be 260 million. So we're already, if we consistently did that kind of volume, that would be $1 billion a year. Or we're 1/4 of the way to $1 billion a year. So
I love it.
So I could see a future where we do tens of billions of dollars a year, to be completely honest with you.